Hi there, this is George Paul III of GP3 Creative, and I want to welcome you to the very first video of our YouTube channel where we give you small businesses branding, strategy, and marketing tips. Now, aptly for our first video, we want to talk about why you have to strengthen your brand. Now, this doesn't matter if you've been in business for 1, 5, or 10 years. Every business has a brand. And a lot of you have actually been able to start and run your business successfully without having a strong brand in place. More often than not, most businesses usually hit a plateau in their growth. They're not able to see the results that they want from some of their endeavors. And the reason why is usually because your brand isn't strong enough to achieve the goals and the growth that you want. And when you have a strong brand, it makes your business sustainable. It allows you to be around, or your business to be around, even long after you're gone and your children and your grandchildren are running your company. The reason why they're able to do so is because you have done the legwork and built a strong brand that resonates with people, and that will continue to exist for years to come. And the reason why having a strong brand is important is because it's based on how people interact with your business. All of those interactions create an impression, a feeling inside them of your business. So, therefore, when people ask, well, what is branding? Branding is really. Now, when people interact with your business, they are doing so because your business fills an emotional need that they have, whether it's convenience, timing, trust, circumstances in life. Your business fills a need that they have. Now, when that need comes up, they are going to go on their own search and find the business that can best fill that need. But they're only going to work with businesses whom they know, like, and trust. Now, branding influences the decision to go your way. You see, when their need comes up, they're going to do their search. They're going to look on Google. They're going to look at your website, social media, any marketing cloud that you might have sent to them, or even online reviews. Every time they interact with your business, those are actually called touch points. Every time they touch your business, that creates an impression, a feeling that they have. And that feeling is, can this business fill the need that I have better than anybody else out there? Now, for you who are running a business, that answer better be yes, because if it doesn't, well, naturally, they're going to go and use somebody else who they feel can fill that emotional need better. Therefore, we know as a businesses, small business owners, we can't afford to lose any business. We want to make sure everybody's coming with us or coming to us because we feel that our product or our service is the best that's out there. This is why we're doing it. And so we want to look at our business and our brand and ask ourselves, well, there's four ways to look at your business to see if you have a strong brand. The first one is sales. Do you have to physically be there to close every single sale that comes up? Well, if that's the case, you don't have a strong brand, you're just running a business. See, brands will do the selling for you. It convinces people ahead of time that this business can do what I'm looking for them to do for me. And you can then second automate that process. Again, if you have to be there to close every sale, if you can't create a system that allows you to make money in your sleep, well, you're just running a business. You don't have a strong brand. Brands will be able to do all that selling for you, will be able to convince people enough, will have a lot of validity so that they will know you, they will like the process of doing business with you, and by all your collateral and cohesiveness, then they will trust you as well. And you can create an automated system for that. If you can't, well, again, you're running a business, you don't have a brand. Third, then if you have an automated system, well, then you don't have to be there every single day to run your business. Can your business run without you being around? Do you have to physically be present every single day or your business is going to crash and burn? Well, as small business owners, we are running a business so that we can do other things that we want in life. We can take longer vacations. We can work while we're away. We can take sabbaticals if we want to. Well, if your business is going to crash and burn or be in a worse position because you're away, well, then you're not running a business. Actually, you just have a very expensive job that's going to suck the life out of you. And so you want to make sure that your brand is strong enough so that if you go away, you'll be able to make money in your sleep and your business will actually be in a better position when you come back than it was when you went away. And fourth is contact. Do you have to reach out to more and more people in order to get business coming in your doors than them seeking you out? See, strong brands will have people seeking you out for your product or service, then you have to reach them. You see, when you have all those touch points in place, your strong website, your social media, marketing collateral, you have automated systems. Every time you touch that person and they invite you or your brand into their lives, they are going to be convinced to do business with you. Or they will actually have done so much stuff ahead of time that you won't even know. You won't know from your marketing materials that they decided to go to your website or they decided to look at your online reviews or they even looked at your social media. But at each stage they touch your business, you have to provide enough information to make their decision yes. And so then they will actually, by the time they call you, they're ready to buy, or they will already bought and they're ready for the next stage in their brand experience. So after you look at those four things in your business, your sales, your automation, your presence, and your contact of you to you versus them coming to you, then you then want to ask yourself, well, you can do some things on your own, but you can't do it all. None of us can. Especially if you're running your own business and you're a solopreneur. We can't do it all on our own. We need to have a team. But there's some things that even for us as brand strategists, we can't do on our own. You have to know those things so that we can do our job good. And one of those is your story. You have to know your story. What were the reasons behind you opening your doors in the first place? What are the principles that keep driving you, despite any setbacks, to keep coming and running your business? Well, we need to know that. Once you dictate that to us, we can, through your branding, tell that in a very captivating, concise, and most importantly, a convincing way. You also want to know your goals. Where do you envision your business next year, in 5 years, in 10 years? What markets do you want to expand into? What products do you want to continue to provide or that you see for your business? You need to have goals in place in order to be able to create a strategy behind it so that you can then reach those goals. And third, you need to know your numbers. There's a reason why they say on Shark Tank, you have to know your numbers. That's the health of your business. That's nothing that anyone we can do. Only you know your numbers. But we need to know those numbers so that you have a measuring point for your team. So that after you create the strategy, based on those numbers, based on your goals, you can continue to measure it and adjust it to make sure you're going in the right direction. And most importantly, you have to know your target audience. Why are people coming to you day after day? Why do they pick you over your competitors? What are their buying habits? Times during the week when they want to buy? Are there peak times? Are there slow times? What about where they are on a day-to-day basis? How can we reach them? You need to know those things so that anybody in your team can create any marketing collateral and create a strong brand that will allow you to reach your target audience and give them the message that they want to hear and continue to have business coming in your doors. So now that you have those things in place, well then, well, you have to start with your logo. Now, your logo is not the total summation of your brand or your business. It's really the tip of a very big iceberg, but it is one of the most important parts of it because your logo is your foundation. It's your visual summation of the principles behind your business, why you've opened your doors. You can't create that on your own. You actually have to have a professional do that. I'm sorry. You do need to invest in your brand. Just like you would invest money into getting equipment or training for your business, you need to do that for your own business as well through your branding. That's why when you invest that money, you'll get it back. But having that strong logo will allow you to create very cohesive marketing materials. All that cohesion, where it looks like it's from the same company, no matter what touch point, no matter what piece they're interacting with, well, then creates a image of a strong company. A strong company is a trustworthy company. Remember, we talked about people doing business with someone they know, like, and trust. Cohesion creates trust. And again, just as we mentioned before, you want to have goals. Goals so that you can create a strategy in place in order to reach those goals. And also, now that you have those goals, well, then look at, well, what problems are going to keep me from reaching those goals? We all have problems that are keeping us from getting to the next stage in our business. We need to really be honest with ourselves, identify those problems so that we can create a strategy that will help you reach the goals that you want. And then after you have the logo, you have the goals, you have the strategy, you know your problems, well, then you create any of the collateral, the marketing materials you need to reach that goal. So to wrap everything up, if you want your business to be sustainable, always look at how strong your brand is. Strong brands will always make people's buying decision, yes, I want to do business with you. I want to thank you for watching our very first video. Feel free to leave any comments below. Love to hear your thoughts, anything that you would like us to cover. We're going to have a lot more tips and things like that coming in the days to come. So definitely subscribe and leave your comments below.